In this video, we're going to look into a quick comparison between Bixby versus Gemini. So let's get started. So first, let's look into each one of these platforms here. So Bixby. Bixby is actually Samsung's ones. They are developed by Samsung. They are actually more of a virtual assistant. They are mostly integrated into Samsung devices, like Samsung's all their devices. They integrated with it Bixby, and their main purpose is device control, to control the device, to help with productivity tasks and app interactions. That's the main function of Bixby. Gemini here, on the other hand, it's actually Google's one, owned by Google's, developed by Google. Okay, this it's more like a AI chatbot or a AI assistant, okay, based on the Gemini models. So it's mostly integrated with Google's ecosystem, also their web browsers, and also mobile. It's available on their mobile apps as well. And their main purpose, it's like advanced conversational AI, so similar to like ChatGPT. There are other AI agents. So this is also conversational, where you can simply converse with natural language, and it will help you with your productivity, search, and creativity task and all those things. So that's their official website here. So you can simply chat in with the Gemini. Okay. So some of these key features of both these platforms are, so Bixby here, actually it's owned by Samsung, okay, Samsung platform, and it has voice commands, and it helps to control device within the Samsung ecosystem, and it had some modern AI capabilities handling AI, and then it's good within device, like context awareness within their own device, it will handle with it well, and it's integrated with Samsung apps, also some third-party apps as well. And the multimodal support is pretty basic, and it works well with smart home like smart things, which is Samsung's one, so it works with that. Gemini here, it's actually it's by Google, and it's available on mobile apps as well as web as well. On any of these platforms it's available. They have voice commands, okay, they can understand voice commands, and they don't really control devices like outside the Pixel devices. They can control the Pixel devices, which is Google's, but outside that it's limited. And also they have advanced AI capabilities. They can generate text, they can regenerate reasoning, coding, a lot of things they can done with the help of AI. Okay, and context awareness is excellent, especially with multiple devices and multi-turn context. It's very good, and it's usually integrated with Google's Workspace, YouTube, Google Docs, and all those things. It's integrated well with that. And there is multimodal support level is pretty advanced. You have in terms of text, code, images, video, everything is fine, and it works with Google Home. Okay, that's the smart home they work with, so it works with Google Home. So these are the features of these two platforms. So what are the next? Let's look into the pros and cons of these platforms here. So Blixie here. So Blixie, some of the pros of Blixie is that it has deep integration with Samsung devices and apps in particular, and it has a strong device and settings control. You can do well with that. And also the Bixie routines allow automation. Okay, so you can do automations as well, like routine tasks and all those things. The issue with that is that it has limited AI capabilities compared to Gemini. It has limited AI capabilities, and it's less natural conversational flow compared to Gemini. The conversational flow is like less natural. It's not very similar to Gemini. And also the limited availability beyond Samsung ecosystem. So outside Samsung, you don't really have its availability. It's not really available outside. Bixby is in particularly deals with within the Samsung's ecosystem. Gemini here, on the other hand, actually, the pros with Gemini is that it has advanced AI with creative reasoning and coding skills as well. So it can help you with all these tasks in an advanced level, and it integrates well with your Google Workspace, which includes like your Docs, your Gmail, calendar, everything. And it can also capable of multimodal, so it can understand not just text, images, videos, all those things. Okay, and it's web accessible from any device, so you can access it from any device, which is pretty good. The issue with that is not focused on hardware control. So it like unlike Bixby, it doesn't really focus on hardware control, and it has limited voice assistant features on non-pixel devices. Okay, only on pixel devices it has a full control. and it's still developing in replacing the Google Assistant fully, so it's still in that stage. Here is a quick comparison between these two platforms in a bit in detail. So Bixby, as you know, it's developed by Samsung. Their focus is mainly device control and routineness. It's best for like Samsung users who wants to control their ecosystem. Their AI intelligence is moderate, and they have strong hardware integration, especially within their phones and their devices. And their natural language handling is pretty basic to moderate, and they work well within the Samsung ecosystem, like Samsung apps, smart things, all the Samsung platform. And it's available only on Samsung devices only, so outside that you won't be able to use Bixby. Whereas Gemini, here developed by Google, its main focus is as an AI chat assistant. Okay, it helps you with productivity and creativity. So it's best for general users who need like AI assistance in their productivity task. Their AI intelligence is pretty high. Okay, it's very good, it's pretty high. And also they integrate well with, like, they are outside they integrate well with Pixel phones primarily, but outside that it's a bit limited, especially with when it comes to hardware integration. Okay, and handling natural languages, they are pretty much advanced, so they can simply, as I mentioned earlier, in a conversational flow, you can simply talk to them in normal basic natural language. That's fine. And they work within the Google apps like Gmail, Docs, Maps, and all those things within the Google Apps ecosystem, and they are available in cross-platform. So they are available in Android, in iOS, and all other platforms as well. So it's not like restricted to Google or Pixels. Okay, so something like Google or Pixel, or something like in Samsung devices, where Bixby is restricted to Samsung devices only. So it's not like that. So it's available. So these are the basic differences between and comparisons between these two platforms here. So in summary, so if you ask me, which one would you choose? Like, you can use Bixby if you are heavily invested in Samsung's ecosystem and you want a strong device level control and automation. So because Bixby can do those things like device control, they are very good at device control and automation. So especially within their Samsung devices. Other than that, you can use Gemini, okay, if you are looking for a smart, flexible, and powerful AI assistant, okay, with advanced conversational abilities and Google services integration. So if you need something more than device control, you need help with your productivity task, your local day-to-day activities, you want to ask anything need help with creative writing, in answering anything, or reasoning, or even like coding assistance and all those things, then Google Gemini will be ideal option for that, because in Google Gemini you can simply input text in your conversational language, as well as if you click on these add files, you can add images as well, files. So you can add images and files as well. So you can those two, and these are the input models. So you can attach all these and then converse in a natural language and get your job done. And it can assist you with any of your everyday day-to-day task. And that's basically pretty much it. Hope the video was helpful.